Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would do an updated map video. About a year ago, I posted my very first YouTube video on a map of where I've been, who I went with, and if I would ever go back. So I thought it'd be fun to do an update and see what's changed. So if you watched my last video, the very last state was Washington, and I said I would go back because I wanted to go to Seattle. Well, that did happen for me. Back in November of 2020, I went to Seattle with my current boyfriend, and we just went for a night. We stayed downtown at the Hyatt something hotel next to the Museum of Pop Culture. We went to that. That was pretty cool. They had like the costume from Wizard of Oz and the jacket from the Terminator and all of that. So that was pretty cool to see. And then they had like this big like tower thing of like guitars that goes like all the way to the ceiling. Like, bam. So that was cool. Downtown Seattle, like the Fisher's Market and all of that, that was cool to see. It was in the middle of the pandemic, so everybody was face masks and all that was going on, but it was still a cool experience. I would go back to Seattle just to visit. I don't think I'd really ever want to live there, but I would go back to visit. We tried to tour the Seahawks Stadium while we were there. I guess you're allowed to do that, but because of COVID, we didn't get the chance to, so that sucked. So yeah, I would definitely go back to Seattle. I would love to go to a Seahawks game, really any NFL game, but Seattle's close to home. So my next state after Washington and Seattle is gonna be Georgia. I went to Georgia. This is so crazy. This is like my biggest, proudest moment. I went to Georgia back in March. Before that, I had flown one other time, and that was to Vegas with my best friend. Again, my very first video, if you want to go watch that. That was the only time I'd ever flown. So March of this year, I got on a plane from Idaho to Georgia to meet my brother that I had never met before. He's a half brother from my dad's side. And I was so scared to go out there. I was so nervous about it. I didn't know how it was gonna be. I didn't know if we were gonna hate each other. You know, like, you don't know. Meeting family that you've never met before as an adult is a weird feeling. But I thought, what's the worst that can happen? I bucked up and I did it, and it was hands down the best experience I've ever had. I have other siblings on my dad's side as well that I would love to meet. I'm gonna meet one day. Just hasn't happened yet, so stay tuned. But yes, it was amazing. We went to Six Flags out in Atlanta. It was awesome. Georgia is beautiful. It was not what I expected. They have such like huge trees, and it was just gorgeous. I was there about springtime, so it was pretty like wet and rainy. Absolutely gorgeous. I will absolutely be back to Georgia. Gotta see my bro again. So that's a no-brainer. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then last but not least, most recently, here in May of 2021, I went to New Mexico. And I went to New Mexico with my mom's side of the family that I've grown up with, that I've known forever, that I've lived with. That's been my world, that's been my life. I went to New Mexico with that side. We went down to Albuquerque, where my cousin lives. He's in the Air Force. We went out there to visit him, stayed for just a weekend, a Thursday to like a Monday, something like that. Albuquerque was cool. We went to Sandy Point something, I don't know how to say it, some point out near Albuquerque. and the view was absolutely stunning. Like, once you got to the top, it was just mind-blowing. Albuquerque itself, though, before I got there, I didn't realize how dangerous of a city it was. Like, you never really hear of Albuquerque on the news or anything, so to realize how dangerous of a city it was surprising. But nothing like bad happened, I mean, obviously. So I would definitely go back. I would like to go back and visit again. And also because I want to see the four corners of the world. If you haven't seen that, look it up. That's gonna be a video one day, I promise you that. So yeah, I have added Seattle, Georgia, and New Mexico to my map. Again, I got this off of a Facebook ad if you're wondering, but I'm sure you can find them on Amazon. I know they're everywhere now. And trust me, more states will be added. It's not gonna take long. Now that I've traveled alone, now that I flew out to Georgia and New Mexico by myself, I'm like, all right, bitch, you can do anything. You got this. So I'm just like, let's go. I'm gonna fly somewhere and let's go. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!